Welcome back, Crypto Rico here with another one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Put on that bell notification so you too could be notified when we're over here experiencing the abundance of money, man. You guys don't want to miss out. Don't miss out on the $100 giveaway. Simply like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, tag me and a friend on Twitter. That's simple, that easy. Win the $100, use the tips and tricks in the video to make it grow, or simply go spend it. None of this is financial advice. I am bringing financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said and out the way, let's get started. This is a special shout out to David and Alex. We got some subscribers that are part of the FEG army. So they reached out to me and they had some questions, and I just want to give them a shout out. And I got you, bros. You guys know what's up. You guys reached out. You guys want some tips and tricks, and that's what's going to happen right now. So we're going to be looking at the FEG token price and some things that I want you guys to pay attention to and why we pay attention to these things. So we're going to go a little bit more in depth. We had some people ask, and that's what I've been waiting for. I keep saying in the videos, let me know what you guys want to see, and that's what we're going to see. So right now we're on the 15-minute chart. I know it looks a little bit crazy right now, but over time you will start to get an eye for it. Right now these two arrows, I'll get them out the way in a second. I just want you guys to notice when like I stated in the last video, to notice when you're in a bullish trend. Notice that when it goes up, comes back down, that it's making newer highs, okay? And that's what we had here. And we had the complete opposite here. We started making lower lows, and you can see that that's why we started trading in a downward trend. The minute you see when it gets support, and the way you can identify its support, one way that I like to use, and I'm going to go over a few of them right now, is the MACD. So when it pulled back, notice that the blue line crossed the white one. We have buying pressure starting to build up. The volume is starting to get high. Also, the SAR line, the parabolic SAR, the cross goes to the other side. And let's zoom in a little bit on it. And you can notice when the trend is going to change, you'll start to get an eye for it, because you'll notice the crosses, how close they are. They're very close to each other. The minute they start to get spread apart and you start to see this MACD starting to cross and move in that direction, wait before you get all the indicators. And we're going to layer them up so you guys understand. But the minute we get the support right here, we get the cross to move over, right? We're identifying the trend. Remember, the trend is your friend all day, every day. So the minute we made this, boom, we see the cross moved over. We're not going to get all crazy. We see the blue line cross, right? But to identify it like all the way is understanding that this support that we made was the prior resistance that we were having trouble breaking out of. And we're going to continue to see this over and over again, where the prior resistance becomes a support. And it's something that's very easy eventually, once you start to notice it, to identify it, to help you notice in what kind of trend that we are. So we're going to go over this real quick. We broke out, right? When we went up and we came back down, what is that? A lower high. When we went up and came back down, that's a lower high. We had a false breakout 2 times right here. This is a pattern. You guys can check it, look it up. It's called the dead cat bounce, when it looks like the 2 ears and then eventually trickles down. Eventually your eyes just get keen to seeing these patterns, and you'll understand that's what's about to happen. And another thing that would give it away to you would be, okay, after we pulled back and we made a higher low, you know that you could still ride it out, because look how close these crosses are for a while, And also notice that the blue line has not crossed, so you got a chance to go. Even all the way up, when it pulled back and it made another higher low, you're technically still in a bullish trend. The minute these crosses got separated and you got a candle, with the wick higher on this side pushing to the downside, and you see these crosses separate and the blue line about to cross, and also identifying that this these candles are losing momentum by getting smaller. These are all things that you're going to layer on top of also the time. And when we notice these things, and I hope I'm not losing you guys, trust me, this has helped me a lot. And it might sound confusing, but just keep trying to digest it and keep reaching out to me. And where you feel confused, please don't be shy to reach out. I got you guys. I'm going to give you guys whatever I know, how I know, when I know. And that's just how it's going to go here. We're gonna have an open dialogue when it's about FEG or whatever my community wants to know about. That's just how we're gonna experience the abundance of money together. You know, we have to have an open dialogue and be able to have some conversations and back and forth so we can sharpen ourselves. You know, steel sharpens steel. So let's continue. So layering. You know, so the minute we notice this downward trend, you know, we pulled back. You know, it took a lot of practice, but I noticed a dead cat bounce. We're pulling back. It's nothing to be afraid about because we're looking for support levels. And once again, when we found support, you know, something that you should identify was notice that when the candles on the MACD were losing momentum, when we pulled back, notice that they're losing momentum on the downside, and notice how the blue line is getting closer to the white. About to cross over, we get the crosses to flip over, we start having this momentum. How do you know that when you pull back that it's going to be good? Well, the blue line still has not crossed. The MACD candles are still large, so that means there's still a lot of buying pressure. Keep an eye on the natural value of the price, and then you know, because it's natural for it to pull back. Now this is a lower high, so that's good. You know, this was low before, and I mean a higher low, so I made a higher low, and we're gonna keep going because look how tight these crosses are. We're still got a ways to go, and so you start to see that these candles are losing momentum. Notice how the pink candles are starting to shrink. You know, and identifying that with the crosses separating can tell you that the trend is possibly going to change. And another thing that will kind of snitch it out is I don't have it marked, but we're about to mark it right now. That will snitch it out is the prior resistance that we had there before, right here. So, you know, we're not going to have that big of a shock that now when we're having to run up again to this area. And if you see us losing momentum on the volume and the candles are getting smaller, you know, you can 9 times bet out of 10 that we're going to hit a resistance and possibly pull back. And we did. And look at the natural movement is to pull back. And since it's a higher low than before, it will try to bust through again. That's what creates this dead cat bounce. Because the stock is moving healthy and made a higher low, it will attempt to try to break it again. And we're having the same pattern right here, this dead cat bounce, the 2 years. That's this one, just mimicking over here because we got rejected. So then we have this peel back, which is very similar to this one. And we'll move these in a way. And you'll know when the trend is legit changing and we're out of this downward trend. He's making these lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. When you find the support, the blue line crosses the white. We start to see the pink candles on the MACD. You can change the color. You guys see how I did that in the settings. If you guys need help, let me know. I got you guys. And you will start to see momentum pick up on the candles. They'll start to get large. And also identifying that this is old resistance. So we already know that this is going to be a support. And now notice what's happening. Though we went up and pulled back and we're going up and pulling back, in what direction are we doing it? You know, we're consolidating. We're moving to the right. So that's something to identify right there. So it can't be that we're going to keep going down no more. And another way to snitch this out and to see if this is true is layering the time. You know, I'm using the 15-minute chart, right? We notice that we're moving and we're consolidating. Boom, we made a support. I come to the 1-minute chart. Check it out. Let's refresh this. It'll adjust. Right? So, 1-minute chart. Okay, let me move this guy. 1 minute. The 1-minute chart. Check this out. Notice this really quick. How oversold it is. Right? And notice all this buying pressure trying to go up. So it's making sustaining right here, right? We're getting crosses on the bottom. So what do you do next? You go check it out on the 3-minute chart. You filter this. Look, it's oversold again. Right? Now we got the crosses on the bottom. The blue line cross the white one. And we're starting to see the MACD candles pick up. So something's happening. Right? We go again. The 5-minute chart. And the 5-minute chart starts to get serious. We got the crosses on the bottom. We got support levels that we see match across right here. So something's happening right here. The price is stabilizing right here. Right at this level. These are when they pull back and they snatch back up like that, that's a bear trap. But we're going to keep going. The 5-minute chart, right? We got the crossover. Now we layer it on top of the 15-minute chart where we're mainly looking. What are we waiting for? We are waiting for the indication of this blue line crossing back over the white and the crosses getting back on the bottom of these candles on the 15-minute chart, where the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and the 15-minute chart are layered up together with these indicators to help you feel more secure in taking a position in a long position. And also, let me add this really quick. Let me fix this, and then let me add this just to show you guys a little bit. Identifying these things are lucrative. Okay, so don't let nobody tell you that they're not. Noticing this position, if we have a movement like when we broke out of here and we moved to this upside, which I think is possibly going to happen, we might, bounce around, but it looks like the trend is trying to change. Why? Because it's no longer going down, it's going to the right. From the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, we have all indications that it's sideways trading now. We're consolidating, so the price is stabilizing. Also with the breakout, so that being a support. So then we can imagine and speculate. I did my disclaimer. So 50% gains if we break out from that position that we did before, we can expect something like that to the upside again, to go test. At least you have to go test these last highs that we made, okay, at the 9388 price. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Shout out to Alex and David again. I appreciate your guys' support. Hopefully this helped out a little bit. And if you guys got some more questions, please don't be shy. Just reach out to me. You guys know what's up. You guys got the Batman line now, so you guys know what's coming. Continue to come back, experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, later.